Hopefully that recorded the part of that hello, because it looked like the numbers started moving halfway in. So as you can tell, it's getting dark out. You can see my silhouette. I can see my silhouette. I'm just cruising. There's a freeway where you probably hear it. Walking along the creek. Yeah, so I was just thinking, and I remember this video I made a while back. It's like, I don't know, I was just busting out my phone. This is just what I do, man. I just think so much. I'm like, hey, I got this front-facing camera on my phone. Click it open real quick and speak my mind, you know. There was a video I made a while back. Remember, I was just sitting there. It was like a storm. I was under a bridge, just chilling. I was had to take shelter real quick because the storm came out of nowhere. I was just sitting there. I was just thinking, I'm like, dude. And I kind of bust out my camera halfway through a thought and just started, like, thinking it through out loud while I'm talking and stuff. And so I just want to, like, kind of bring that down to a more nuanced, explanation. Okay, so basically what it was, I was talking about the difference between, things that are kind of these improvised things that we kind of build on throughout the centuries and whatever. There's a lot of things like that. We get like, we just have like these institutions and stuff that have evolved, over, our whole existence, and one of the major ones I think is our economy, how it's set up, and just so much stuff in our world, the way the whole world's set up. You know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of institutions that are kind of like these improvised, almost just like, it's just kind of tossed together. It's kind of like you're in a garage, you kind of say, hey, we need something with wheels so we can go down the street. And you can kind of just find some stuff. Okay, we put that together, boom. I was like, okay, that works. We got down the street. Hey, we need to go a little bit faster. You throw something on there, boom, a motor, boom. You go, we need extra space for extra people. Throw some seats on. It's like get down the road, this whole thing is kind of just like this clunked together, Frankenstein freaking thing. You didn't really anticipate what was down the road, and you're just working with what you already, you've been building on this thing, and it's like it's bearing this weight, and it's kind of just funky. And at the end of the day, we can stop and say, hey, we know what we got to do. We know we got to go down the road. We already know what we need right now. This thing's working. It's been working. It got us here. I think it's time we stop and kind of plan. Let's get some engineers in here to kind of, plan this out a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? And so that's like the difference between something that's improvised versus something that is like what I call, in that old video I said central planning. But really more or less just something that's planned, you know what I mean? And, so if you're in that garage, say we need to get down the road, you just say, okay, here's some pieces, clunk it together. You got this like makeshift go-kart looking, whatever you want to call it, freaking Flintstones car. But then, you can bring some engineers, some smart people up in there and say, okay, we need to get down the road. Let's plan something. Let's like plan this and like carefully execute it. You know what I mean? Let's build a nice little caravan so we can get on down that road nice and comfortably. It ain't gonna break down. We ain't gotta worry about it breaking down because we planned it all out. All these parts work good together. You ain't gotta worry about nothing like that. When you got this improvised, clunked together thing, it's like, dang, I'm surprised we're halfway down the street and ain't broke down yet. That's amazing. You know what I mean? And that's what we have. So many things in our society are these just these things that have been like added to. It's just like, here, like this is what it like, just this, here we got something going, let's add to it and keep going. It's like it's bearing all this weight, and it's like, dude, it's time that we switch up. It's time we say, hey, we can plan this whole thing, switch the whole thing up and do something, you know what I'm saying? And with so much stuff in the world, so much stuff we could talk about, just so much stuff that we have, which are these improvised, kind of upgraded along the way type things. And it's like, dude, we can like plan so much better and like create systems that are just so much more functional, like in so many ways. I think we need to take a look at so much stuff in the world. I can name stuff, education system, political stuff. Like we got internet now. We can have direct voting with stuff. You know what I'm saying? Education, we can just do so much stuff just differently, just by thinking about it and deciding, hey, we're gonna plan, we're gonna engineer something in our brain whatever. We're gonna, get down the details and make sure it's gonna work, before we start building, but we're gonna envision something that actually works, a lot better. We're gonna envision a whole system that is functional, just like you would instead of making a makeshift Fred Flintstone car, say, hey, we're gonna make a nice functional ride. You know what I'm saying? You get a Ferrari out of the garage if you really want to. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's just so many of these improvised, makeshift things. It's like I'm telling you, it's like we got the ball rolling with like the economy, for instance. Okay, we got trading, and now it's just like it's been added on, and there's just so many dynamic things going on. It's like it's not optimal. It's not optimal. There's better ways to manage our resources on planet Earth and make sure everybody's taken care of and everybody's like whatever. Just think it through. Just envision a functioning world. You know what I mean? In so many different ways with different aspects. Functioning like this, whatever. It's not hard. We have imagination. It's actually fun to do. I love thinking about stuff like that. I come out here and I talk about it. Like, for instance, like with the economy, we got capitalism. We already see how that ain't working too much. There's waste. There's overproduction. There's just a lot wrong with capitalism. There's incentive to create problems to sell a solution. It's just not optimal. So a more optimal thing that I just see in my brain, okay, we got resources, we got people, let's get those resources to people so everybody can live a decent life. And then even on top of that, we want progress in whatever way. You can still have some aspect of free market capitalism on top of it. And it's like, it's really not hard. Just envision a whole system like that. It's just so simple. Just look at the situation and say, hey, let's do this different. You know what I mean? It's so simple. Whatever it is, I mean, me personally, I have like a natural instinct for that. I look at situations, I'm just like, this could work a lot better. What's happening here is dysfunctional. I could already see, and just let's fix this. You know what I mean? And I just have that instinct, like right off the bat. I don't think I'm the only person like that. I'm sure, like, I've worked with people and they're like, hey, we can do this a lot better. Let's do it like this. Let's quit picking up these rocks and like carrying them by foot down the way. And there, let's just get a lever and flip it into the back of a truck and we go roll right down here, no problem. People do that. People are lazy. And laziness is the mother of invention, right? I just hate, I am lazy, kind of. And I just don't like doing things the hard way. I like to, if the car's breaking down, I'm like, dude, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of getting up every 5 seconds trying to fix it. Just build a car that works so we can get on down this road, fix it from the get-go, make something that works, I'm just that type of person. I don't like to waste energy. That's a waste of energy, waste of time. It's like, and it's frustrating. You keep breaking down. It's like, oh my God, this is annoying. Like, oh my God, you just get tired of it. Like, dude, let's just fucking fix this once and for all and get on down the road, you know what I mean? And, society changes. So like, even if we fix something, it'll get us down, for a while. It's better than Fred Flintstone car that gets us halfway down the road. We'll go a couple miles, a couple states over, maybe circle the globe a couple times, but the world changes, so eventually you have to build something new. You know what I mean? It's like a shirt. You know what I mean? You're a little kid, you got little baby clothes, you're growing, you're changing. It works for a while. You can put as many miles on it as you want, but eventually you're gonna have to switch up. You're gonna have to trade it in. You got to put on some adult clothes, whatever it is. The world changes. We gotta, create systems and adjust to that as the world changes. Let's just create something that works for a good, couple 100,000 miles, and we'll be good. So that's basically the idea. There's improvised systems, and then there's which only get you so far, and they break down, and we're stressing because of it. It's just like a little having baby clothes. You're like, dude, I'm 5 years old. I can't fit these baby clothes no more. And it's like, you're stressing. It just. It's uncomfortable. And people stress and they express it. They're like, dude, I don't like this. This sucks. This capitalistic system sucks. This stuff sucks. They complain. It's like, okay, well, let's adjust. We've grown. Let's adjust. Switch the clothes. So, switch the systems. Change up the systems. And we got to do that. As the world changes, the population grows, new technology comes about. You You know, like I said, I mean, okay, you can create a nice Ferrari and still put up some body mods and got some new technology, switch up parts or whatever. You know, you still do that, you can still add on. But generally, we want to create a system that is good to go. And either way, the world's gonna keep changing, so we're always gonna have to, you know, adjust, whatever. Like I said, new technology comes out. It's gonna have to be, it'll change the game. It'll be applied in one way or another. It could change the whole game. You have to fucking format the whole system, you know, whatever it is. But that's just part of life. The world changes, new stuff's invented. You know, dude, of course. We're not gonna keep using the free. We're not gonna, hey, somebody invented a truck, guys. Let's keep walking with these bricks, you know, 100 miles down the road. No, throw that in the back of the truck. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? There's no. Of course, we're gonna do that. So yeah, man, that's the gist of it was the improvised versus planning. You know what I mean? And either way, yeah, we're gonna keep changing. We need to switch up clothes every so often. You know, last year's you know, baby clothes ain't gonna fit this year, you know what I mean? So that's what it is. We gotta keep changing. The world's changing. And I'm telling you, so many people, like, there is better ways to do stuff. And I think a lot of fear is involved in, like, the you know, changing process. I think a lot of people, they have a stake in this old system. Like sometimes, okay, you know, everybody was used to using paper, and then the computer came around, and they're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do that. Like, stick with the paper, and they like protest the change. But it's like, you know, the planners can see the whole vision, like, dude, it's gonna work better. Believe me, trust me. And it's like, so some people might say, oh, well, I'm not gonna work then, and protest. But it's like, for the sake of us all, for the sake of the ease of everything, you know, let's apply. You know, we have to adjust. You know what I mean? And it's like, sometimes it's a matter of that. Sometimes a matter of communication, not explaining how it's gonna be better. You know, but the world changes, and we have to adjust one way or another. And that's easy with, like, let's say you own a company, and you know the head of the company can make a decision and apply new technology. When we're talking about, like, a government or the world or the economy, it's like, who's the head to decide something like that with the whole world system? You know, and it's like there needs to be discussion, and I don't want to be left out of the discussion. Believe me, I want to be in on that discussion. I'm not gonna let nobody, you know, little group of people decide something like on some big level like that. But you see it sometimes. Actually, there's people out there, you know, pulling strings and making big decisions, you know, for this world and stuff. I don't know. Either way, I'm just kind of going off tangents here. The main point is, yeah, you know, we could create something a lot better if we actually plan something out than what we have right now. You know what I mean? You'll pretty much always get something better if you plan something, as opposed to just clunk something together real quick without even, yeah, this fits, wheel, that wheel. Nah, let's manufacture something, like, plan it out, write some blueprints, you know, plan the whole thing out, see how, you know, get some prototypes going, and be like, all right, this will work, and get something that's really functional, you know, just like engineering machines. Anyway, I just thought I'd try to kind of express that same idea, and I kind of did go off on a couple tangents that are relevant. So I'm just out here. I just think about it. I'm out here. Look, hope the sky looks as cool as it does in front of me. Yeah, you can see all that stuff. It's a cool little mellow look. Stay out here and stuff. I envision different things working differently. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I see a whole world functioning properly. You know what I mean? Like, let's do it. I ain't got time for we done grown out of so much, and we're still trying to wear our baby clothes when we're like 15. Bro, we look ridiculous. It's about time we change up. You know what I mean? All we need is a little bit of cooperation to get, you know, those big changes happening. And we need cooperation. We need conversation. We need thinking out loud. We need discussion. We need, like, people need to care. You know, otherwise, you know, you're gonna have a little group of people that just decide and stuff, and you might not like what happens. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, I talk about, like, the foundation of America. You know, that happened because of cooperation. It was like a great moment of cooperation between, like, these states or whatever, these colonies, and the people who represented them. You know, the founding fathers, they were functional enough to, you know, conversate, cooperate and like make something happen. It's like that one moment of, you know, proper cooperation, you know, out of it we got this, you know, grand idea of the United States with the Constitution that everything is founded on. They got together and they planned it. Hey, here's what we're gonna do, boom. And we've been living off of that the last like 300 years. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, that's what we need. We need that type of getting together, talking, cooperating, planning, you know, adjusting. You know, we need that every so often. We need to adjust. And it's really not that hard. It's really not that hard. I'm telling you, we're living off of their, you know, productivity during that, you know, great moment of cooperation. And it's like, it's only like amazing because we never get that, you know, anymore, because everybody's always arguing about stupid stuff. It's really not that hard. You know what I mean? When I was a little kid, we would like sit there and just like, hey, let's make up a game. And we'd make up these games, and then we play these games, and we just, every day we make up something new and do new stuff, you know? When you come to an adult, everybody's like, oh, egotistic, and you can't even really get nothing through to people's heads. They're like, oh, no, we shouldn't do it that way. I want to do it my way. Well, we're not going to do it my way. I don't want to do nothing. And everybody's dysfunctional and crap. It's like, dude, let's do something. Like, just talk. Let's get it done. Let's do something. Teamwork, group effort, whatever you want to call it. It's not that hard, but it really ain't that hard. That's what I'm talking about. I want to like inspire people. Like, it's not hard at all, dude. I'm such a chill dude. I'm like, let's do this. I'll be like the motherfucking. I'll just sit in on the conversation and like, y'all talk. I won't even barely say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do it. Let's talk, converse, whatever. It's so fundamental to getting anything done. Is being a functional group without too much ego. Oh, well, if you're gonna do it this way, I don't want to do nothing. I quit. Oh my God, man, fucking. And you can't. I mean, I don't know. So we just gotta be functional. I like walking out here. It's nice and chill. I like the way that sky looks. I'm gonna show you one more time. I don't know. I think that's good for now. Hopefully that's insightful. I know I'll come out here and just fucking spit some shit off the top, you know. That's just how I do, you know. I got this camera, why not? You know, I might, if I got the time, I'll change it up later. I'll do it again. Like I said, this is just a remix of the old thing, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's just a habit. I record it, here it is, boom. I know it ain't perfect. I know I ain't out here with a whiteboard, fucking, here's the decision making, you know, like fucking, I don't know. I could just do this. I could just come out here and talk. So that's what I do. I thank you guys for listening. Much love. Peace.